I want you to take that shit. I want you to stand on it like I stood on it. I want you to stand on it. Stand on that shit. Stand on that shit. Stand on it all the way, man. Stand on that shit all the way. Stand on it all the way. And I want you to be right there. I want you to go back there and help. I want you to help her, even though she you over. Help her. Help her. Because that's what you're doing. Go look up narcissistic shit, man. Go look up that shit and you'll see they always have they little, what they call them.
The streets of Atlanta were buzzing with gossip after months of rumors and emotional moments finally led to the big reveal Lil Scrappy's DNA results had been released. It was the kind of moment reality TV lives for. Fans of love and hip-hop had spent weeks speculating about the truth, piecing together clues from tense interviews and mysterious Instagram posts. When the results dropped, confirming Scrappy was not the father of the child in question, it sent shockwaves through both the fanbase and the cast. But amid all the noise, one person's reaction hit harder than anyone else's: Erica Pinkett. Known for being blunt, bold, and never afraid to speak her mind, she had kept a low profile leading up to the announcement. Many had suspected she knew more than she was letting on. Now that the truth was out, her silence finally broke, but not with a loud rant or a dramatic post. Instead, she shared a cryptic Instagram story, a black screen with a short, pointed message told y'all, but no one listens to the truth until the lie falls apart. The message spread quickly. Fans immediately began connecting dots, guessing that Erica had tried to warn Scrappy from the beginning. Some believed she had knowledge from behind the scenes that others didn't. Whispers circulated that she had private recordings or text messages, evidence that contradicted the version of the story being sold to the public. Sources close to the show revealed that producers wanted Erica to film a reaction scene after the DNA reveal, but she declined unless she was allowed to speak freely, without edits. That demand reportedly made the network uneasy. They were concerned that Erica might expose things that had been carefully hidden for the sake of keeping a clean storyline. One insider even claimed she had receipts, real proof that some cast members had known the truth for a while, but kept quiet for drama and ratings. To make things even messier, a hairstylist from the show's reunion taping said Erica had confronted another cast member backstage. The cameras didn't catch it, but security did. Things got heated fast. Erica, angry and emotional, accused the other woman of faking victimhood to get sympathy from fans, all while causing damage to real lives. No physical fight broke out, but tensions ran high enough that Erica was reportedly asked to leave the set. Though she hasn't given an official interview since, her actions and subtle hints have only made fans more curious. People are begging her to go live, to spill the full story, to say what really happened. But for now, she's choosing her words carefully and letting others wonder what else she might know. One thing is clear: Erica Pinkett wasn't just reacting. She was making a statement, a reminder that reality TV doesn't always show the whole truth. On the day of the reveal, the sun cast a golden light over Atlanta. People were glued to their phones, talking in salons, sharing posts, trying to make sense of it all.
I want you to take that shit. I want you to stand on it like I stood on it. I want you to stand on it. Stand on that shit. Stand on that shit. Stand on it all the way, man. Stand on that shit all the way. Stand on it all the way. And I want you to be right there. I want you to go back there and help. I want you to help her, even though she you over. Help her. Help her. Because that's what you're doing. Go look up narcissistic shit and go look up that shit and you'll see they always have they little
Erica had remained quiet until that moment, but those who knew her understood her silence wasn't a sign of defeat. It was a warning. Earlier that week, Scrappy had gone live on Instagram to announce the DNA test results himself. With Bambi sitting next to him, emotionless, he said he felt pressured to doubt the situation but was ultimately relieved that the child wasn't his. For many, that should have been the end of the story. Instead, it opened old wounds and brought out new tensions. Erica Pinkett wasn't surprised by the results. She had never claimed the child was definitely Scrappy's. What hurt her was the way he handled it. The way he made it sound like she had trapped him. She had asked for the test not because she wasn't sure but because she knew he had been talking behind her back, entertaining rumors, and letting others paint her as the villain. Instead of clapping back online, she called up Erica Dixon. Dixon had her own complicated history with Scrappy, especially concerning their daughter, Imani. She knew how easily public perception could twist a situation, and when Pinkett asked to meet, she didn't hesitate. They sat down at a quiet lounge, away from cameras and gossip. Pinkett looked composed, but her frustration was clear in her eyes. She didn't need a test to confirm what she already knew. What she needed was for people to stop using her life as a storyline. Over glasses of wine, she vented not just about Scrappy, but also about Bambi, who had defended him so strongly, even when it meant pushing a false story. Across town, Bambi had her own frustrations. To her, the test was proof that Pinkett had been using Scrappy for attention. But beneath that anger was something deeper hurt. Bambi hadn't even known about the encounter that led to all this, and the secrecy only made things worse. Her marriage had already been shaky. This just added more cracks. Then there was Mama D, Scrappy's outspoken mother. She had mixed feelings about Bambi from the start, but even she couldn't defend her son this time. She had raised him to do better, to be honest, not to create chaos and pit women against each other for the sake of saving face. As Pinket and Dixon continued talking, Mama D showed up uninvited. She didn't come to stir drama, she came to listen. Surprisingly, she agreed with Pinkett. Scrappy had handled the situation poorly from beginning to end. And the damage? It wasn't the DNA result itself. It was everything that came after, the public embarrassment, the emotional toll, the lies. Then came the biggest twist. Bambi showed up. She had tracked Mama D's location and wasn't about to let the conversation happen without her. She came in ready to argue, expecting another attack. But what she walked into was different. There were no shouting matches, no name-calling. Just tired women, worn down by years of drama caused by one man's inability to be honest. And then Imani arrived. Erica, Dixon's daughter. She'd heard whispers about the meetup and came quietly. She didn't need to say much, her presence alone said it all. She had grown up watching the women in her life hurt, heal, and hurt again over the same man. And now, she was old enough to see the pattern for what it was. Her message was simple: be better. This cycle has to stop. In that moment, everything shifted. No more blaming, no more fighting. Just understanding. Each of them, Erica Pinkett, Erica Dixon, Bambi, Mama D, had been pulled into the same mess, again and again. And now, they were ready to break free. Erica Pinkett left that lounge with her head held high. Not because she won, but because she stood in her truth and didn't let the world define her. Bambi went home uncertain about her marriage. Mama D began planning a family meeting, not for ratings, but for real healing. And Erica Dixon? She left proud. Her daughter had spoken the truth that none of them could ignore. As for Scrappy? Time will tell if he finally faces what he's done or just keeps running from the consequences. And just like that, the DNA results were no longer just about paternity, they became a spotlight shining on the cracks that had been there all along. What started as a private matter between a man and a woman quickly spiraled into public chaos, emotional manipulation, and a long overdue reckoning. But in the end, it wasn't about whether Scrappy was the father. It was about how everyone responded once the truth was finally out and the damage that had already been done in the waiting. Erica Pinkett never needed a test to tell her what she already knew. She had been calm, quiet, and focused, not because she had something to hide, but because she had nothing left to prove. And when she finally spoke, she didn't scream, she didn't beg, she didn't cry. She delivered her message with precision, told y'all, but no one listens to the truth until the lie falls apart. 8 simple words. But they carried the weight of months of disrespect, rumors, and emotional exhaustion. The story could have ended there with a post, a reaction, and a sigh of relief. But instead, it lit a match. And the flame spread fast. What this moment really revealed was something deeper than just DNA. It exposed the way women in the love and hip-hop universe, and honestly, in real life, are often forced into roles they never signed up for. Erica was labeled a liar, a manipulator, an attention seeker. And yet, when the truth came out, those same people stayed quiet, suddenly unwilling to admit they played a part in the lie. Even more heartbreaking is how fast the blame shifted. Instead of holding Scrappy accountable for letting rumors grow, for allowing women to be dragged through the mud while he stood silent, people praised him for dodging a bullet. But what bullet, exactly? The one he loaded by entertaining narratives he knew weren't true? The one he fired by letting others carry the weight of his choices? Bambi, on the other hand, wasn't wrong for feeling betrayed. But she was so busy trying to protect her marriage that she missed the bigger picture. Her husband had hidden things from her too. She wasn't just mad at Erica, deep down, she was mad at Scrappy. And maybe, even mad at herself for trying to keep something together that had already broken in ways she couldn't ignore anymore. And then there was Mama D, loyal, dramatic, and fiercely protective of her son. This isn't just about one man, one child, or one episode. It's about women demanding better. From the men in their lives, from each other, and from themselves. It's about breaking cycles that were never healthy to begin with. And it's about truth, raw, uncomfortable, and real, finally being louder than the lie. So as we close this chapter, remember this: growth doesn't happen when you win the argument. It happens when you stop needing to prove you were right all along. Erica Pinkett didn't need the DNA to find peace. She had already made peace with herself. And that's what scared everyone else the most. Because when a woman knows her truth and stands in it, nothing can shake her. Thank you for watching. If this video made you think, reflect, or just feel something, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more real stories behind the reality.